M lets her son steal my PS4 controller. I'm pretty new to Reddit and trash at storytelling, so apologies in advance. My stepsister, who I will refer to as Jen BCIDK if she has Reddit, is the entitled mother. She had the entitled kid, who I will call Jacob, when she was 17, and she broke up with his father before Jacob's second birthday. For some backstory, my parents are divorced. Jen is my father's stepdaughter. I live mostly with my mom. One day, when I was with my mom, Jen let Jacob go into my room, which only my dad and stepmother are allowed in, and she let him take my $70 PS4 controller because I wasn't there to use it and he wanted it. She let him put the controller in his bag to take to his dad's house, which he wouldn't be back from for another week. When I noticed it was gone, I asked her about it, and she said what I have previously written about how she let him take it BC I wasn't home to play with it. I had to ask my stepmother, Jen's mother, to get it from Jacob's bag, and asked for a lock to be placed on my door. My stepmother bought a lock, so he wasn't allowed in my room, and returned the controller to me. It was a lock that can be opened using a coin or flathead screwdriver, so not too difficult to open. Jacob was 4 years old at the time and didn't know about it. However, a couple weeks later, Jen opened my room and let him take my other $100 controller. This time, I got home more quickly and asked Jacob, who's an honest kid, to give me back the controller. When she saw him trying to give it back, she started yelling, "It's only like $15, right? Buy a new one, let him have it, you're barely here anyway, etc." My stepmother had to tell her, a 22-year-old living at her parents' house, to stop yelling at a 14-year-old. Unfortunately, the cycle continues of him stealing my shit and me having to fight to get it back. Hopefully she'll be an adult and move out soon. My friend found a Karen at McDonald's. Here's how she told it. There was a child that saw I had a Mighty Kids meal and asked to have her toy. When she said no, the child screamed for her mom to help him, and Karen came in and took it. I broke down into tears, and once I calmed down, I went to the playground and yanked the toy out of the ex hands. He tried starting a fight, but to avoid the embarrassment, my mom pulled me out of the playground and took me to the car. I never got that toy back, but I did get to flip off the Karen as I was leaving. Doesn't listen to the employee, not my problemo. This is a little short story I overheard at Party City the other day. So you might know that in the summer heat, balloons will expand, and if they are too full, they'll pop. This lady walked into a Party City the other day while I was looking for stuff. She seemed nice at first, but when she got to the balloons, she wasn't nice. The employee told her that the balloons could pop in intense heat, but she didn't seem to listen or care. She said just pump them full because the customer is right and the employee has to listen to them, so the employee did. She paid and checked out, and what do you know? An angry lady comes in a few minutes later complaining that her balloons popped. Well, no surprise there, she was warned. Not sure what happened after that, but I know she didn't get a refund and probably left pretty angry. X mashes my new phone. Cast, me, Ek entitled kid, M entitled mom, my mom. My mom is a nurse and helps give flu shots every year, so that leaves me to wait there all day long until the lines are done, or it is 7 PM. It is 3 PM and the lines seem endless. I just got my new phone, so I only have a few games, and one of them happened to be Geometry Dash. I don't know if you heard of it, but it is a very rags-inducing game. I'm busy playing when Ek approaches and asked if he can watch. This wasn't unusual as the kids are often bored while waiting in line. I accept and he watches me for about 10 minutes and says, "Can I play?" I respectfully decline as I just got my new phone. Well, he did not take no as an answer. I continue playing and I see Ek and M approaching. "Excuse me, can my son play your game?" I respond with, "No, this phone is brand new and I want to keep it nice." "M, he won't ruin it, he just wants to play me, he can't play M. Why are you being so rude?" "I'm sorry, he just can't play." M rips the phone out of my hand and gives it to Ek. I stand up and demand my phone back. Ek starts up Geometry Dash and can't get over the first spike. As I try to get my phone back, M blocks me, and I'm about to push her over when X starts crying and throws my phone on the tile, and it just disintegrates when it hits the floor. Everyone is just speechless and the whole room is focused on this event that just occurred. M grabs Ek and runs out of the building, and I assume she drives away, but I didn't see. I was just focused on my smashed phone on the ground. The person who is helping my mom give shots and my mom come over and ask what happened. I explained the story and my mom said we will go to the Apple store, but it doesn't matter as I chose not to get Apple Care, and now I'm typing this on my Samsung. Could you get 3 laptops for my little daughters and not for your dad? I'm living with my dad and his girlfriend at the moment, and I work for a financial company. They usually sell out our old laptops to the coworkers. If there are 2 or more people going for a specific laptop, it's randomly decided who will get it for about 70% less than it's available for in any computer shops. For this year, we have about 20 Toshiba/Fujitsu laptops from early 2010s. Some of those just looks like they were never used, however others have finger marks on the keyboard, little scratches on the back, etc. So I thought it's time to get a laptop for me and my dad, who has his current one with a not working touchpad and some keys missing. I told him about my plan, who told my foster mom, who texted me. She asked me if I could get her 3 laptops because she wants to give them to her 3 daughters as a gift and she will pay me. I didn't say no for the first time, but I had to talk with her for the specific details. I gave her a list of the laptops, and she immediately picked the 3 latest / in the best condition laptops. I explained to her how everybody in the company will go after those newer ones, so I'm not sure I can get those for her. She explained that her company had a similar sellout, but they look very used, and how those not worth a single dollar. I said, I'll look after. What can I do? The next day, I asked the financial department about the sellout, and they told me there are plenty of people joining for the notebooks. At home I told them this new information, and how I'm happy if I can get 1 or 2, not 5. Then I told my decision. If I get 1, I'll give it to my dad. If I get 2, I'll keep the second one. If I get anything else, she can get it. My dad told me they had a serious argument, and she said rude things about me. She calmed herself when my dad promised he will give her the laptop. What he will get from me? The laptop what I would give to him, because he can't use his old one without an USB keyboard and mouse.